White House reporter Shannon Pettypiece is joining us now live from D.C. Shannon, it's good to see you this Wednesday. First off, just very simply, what does all of this mean? I mean, when you look at the numbers, the U.S. consumes nearly 20 million barrels of oil, and that's every single day. So what sort of, real life impact is this going to have for everyday Americans?
Right. I mean, you make a really great point. This is sort of a drop in an oil barrel. These 15 million barrels being released from this emergency reserve of oil that the U.S. has stockpiled away. There's hundreds of millions of barrels of this oil. The president had previously said he was going to release 180 million barrels. That's back in the summer at sort of the height of these gas prices hitting record points. And this release today is part of that previous announcement. We're also going to hear the president lay out some other plans, some things he's planning to do to replenish that emergency stockpile, so it is there in case the U.S. was to face another big energy crisis. And we also expect to hear the president try once again to ratchet up the pressure on the oil companies, who he is going to accuse of taking record profits during this time and essentially trying to take advantage of consumers. There is a very limited amount of things the president can do at this point, though, to actually lower prices at the pump, according to industry analysts and experts. This move today is not really expected to be big enough to move the needle. The president might have a few cards he could still play, big things like export bans, but even it's unclear if those drastic steps would do much to lower the price at consumers, just because of how global and interconnected these this oil industry is and the complexities involved in it.
And Shannon, I know when we look at sort of what all this means politically, recent polls show that the economy and inflation are the top two issues for voters right now. So talk to us about the timing of this announcement today and really what all this means, not only for the White House, but for the president's party more generally ahead of these midterms.
Yeah, myself, my colleagues, we've been hearing growing concern and anxiety from Democratic strategists and pollsters that Democratic candidates and the White House are not doing enough to talk about what they're doing and what they're going to do if reelected to help consumers on the inflation front. The vast majority of the messaging from candidates out there on TV ads and in speeches is focused on things like abortion, healthcare, crime, certainly important topics for voters, but they do not rank as high on the list as the economy and inflation. And while the president and the White House have been talking about their accomplishments and things they will have been able to do, like around drug prices, for example, voters say to pollsters and strategists they want to hear more about what they'll do if Democrats are given another 2 years in power.
They want to know if they're going to put their money where their mouth is. All right, NBC News senior digital White House reporter Shannon Pettypiece joining us live from Washington. Shannon, as always, thank you so much.